Hey again, it's Edward West Summers, or Fierce Crimson Speedster. I like that. That sounds pretty cool. I was just gonna go with Fierce Speedster, because I came up with Fierce because of the Fierce deity from Majora's Mask from Legend of Zelda. I was like Fierce Speedster, but I don't want to be called Fierce or Fierce Speedster. I like being called like Crimson as a nickname, so it's like I'll put the Crimson in there. Anyway, so, about this. So, about a week ago, okay, it says here in the article, Thursday, August 23rd. I'm always late when it comes to news, but I figure why not talk about this? And there's an ad popping up. Let me block that out. Come on. I didn't want to go on the Bleeding Cool article because Bleeding Cool. Here we go. So, I found out about this on the DC live stream. So, or the DC, when they did the DC Universe live stream. So, the other day, this guy over here, how did this start? Okay, so there's a guy on YouTube who goes by Comics Artist Pro, or Comics Pro Secrets or something. His real name is Ethan Van Sciver. I hope I said that right. So, and he posts videos like calling out Marvel on their whole SJW agenda and forcing this crap in the comics and ruining existing characters and having some of their new characters, some of the new characters just be unlikable or Mary Sue's or just toxic. So, this guy right here, Robbi Rodriguez, who has mainly just... I checked this, I looked at this guy's history, and the only thing he's really done was be an artist on Spider-Gwen. So, he posted on Twitter saying that he was a big fan. Like, I am a big fan. And then under it was a picture of his butthole. You heard me right. His butthole. And I'm like, what? What? Just... these, like, and that's what's really crazy. And somebody even pointed this out. I read a comment. I think it was on a recent Diversity in Comics video. And say what you want about him. I don't, just, he, I agree with some of his stuff, but I mean, I'm not racist, I'm not homophobic, I'm not sexist. I mean, some of his stuff gets, I don't know, like when he said, he didn't full on bash New Superman. I liked New Superman. New Superman was amazing. But, he did, or there was a comment in the thing saying, what's really crazy, in the past 2-3 or so years, when SJW Marvel started, you notice the past couple years, none of these people actually defend the comics they're writing. They never say these comics are actually good. They just go and spout insults. It's like they don't care about the content that they're making as long as the message is in there. And anybody who hates that message, oh, they're racist, they're sexist, they're homophobic. But, I mean, these people are such... like, you can't... any criticism. And they're the ones that go and say, oh, you're racist, you're sexist, you're homophobic for having legitimate criticism over something. And then there are the ones that get freaky. They get freaky with like, weird sex insults. or weird body part insults. I remember hearing, I think just last year, Max Bemis, who is the writer on Moon Knight, and as far as I know, that's the only thing he's writing. Let's just hope it stays that way. He wrote something when he started his Moon Knight run. He wrote, I wrote a Moon Knight comic, or my Moon Knight run will be anti-SJW. There will be no SJWs or SJW messages in it. And if y'all don't like that, y'all can eat my ass. So there was that. I'm like, well, I wasn't really a huge Moon Knight fan to begin with, so I mean, I'm gonna ignore the run either way. So there's that. Then there's this shit here with Robbi Rodriguez posting pictures of what I'm assuming is his butthole, which that's disgusting. I mean, that Robbi Rodriguez, that is just like, what if there's kids who go on there on Twitter? You never know. I mean, anybody, like, I've seen kids that are like maybe 6 to 12 years old, and they're already having cell phones now. I mean, it's not that crazy to think that there's kids on Twitter. If they're following, like, at DC Comics, at Marvel, whatever, they would end up seeing this. So, Robbi Rodriguez, you're a freaking idiot. You are very disturbing. You're a very disturbing individual. So, but, I mean, first there was the thing with Max Bemis. Then there was this. I'll read the article in just a minute. And then I heard something that there was some artist... I heard about this recently. There was some DC artist in the thing. Oh, there we go. It's moving now. Let me see if I can find it. There was something that there was some DC artist who said something about, it's acting all slow all of a sudden. He told fans, like, anyone who was Comicsgate or whatever, who just want good stories, good characters, no forced SJW agendas. Last I checked, diverse characters that's fine, just make them good characters, you know? DC artist. So he went, and I've seen people say that he just committed career suicide. He said something about people getting dick cancer or something. Who was it? Mike McCone. Oh, there's another article from the same website. Comics are for everyone except Comicsgate. Comicsgate, they can die from dick cancer, is what he wrote. Just, these people. I really believe somebody else pointed out in our video that these people are so crazy to the point where they have their like sexuality is, or their sexual urges or whatever are so repressed to the point where they will say freaky stuff, and that's normal to them. I mean, I can't say they're really wrong about that. I mean, as the more weird sexually inappropriate or private part insults that are made, it further proves that as a point. But going back onto this, I mean, I find it really crazy, and this isn't even a Marvel. I mean, other than Spider-Gwen, this is somebody. I think he was from what I heard, he was a freelancer for DC Comics. There's the defense that DC can't fire a freelancer if he was under their roof, if he was hired by them, or actually actually worked there, then he would be fired. You can make the argument, since he's a freelancer, that they can't really fire a freelancer. I saw somebody say that in the live stream. Honestly, the only thing I could see is that I don't think DC should make a statement about this. I don't think they'll fire him. I think they won't give him any more work. I think they should fire him. But this is just disgusting. It's so ridiculous, and my tablet's getting low. It's so ridiculous that these people, I'm surprised. I guess we can blame Disney for this because, I mean, as far as I know, this crap didn't start until after the Avengers movie came out and made that massive amount of money. Because it was around, I mean, that's something I've done my research about this, and they've started their comics for the, like, I think from like 2010 to 2012 weren't the best, but, or at least the past decade or so. I mean, starting with like One More Day at least. But, like, I think that was like, it was to the point where Disney was like, we're just going to focus on the movies. We won't give a shit about the animation division, and they haven't for a while. And we won't give two shits about most of the comics. And I think most, not all of them, most of the good writers either, I think, moved over to like their TV and movie divisions. But, like, literally the only comic writers that they had left for a while were, like, people from, like, before SJW and Marvel, were Dan Slott, Brian Michael Bendis. Those are the names. I mean, if there's other people who are still working on Marvel, I'd love to know, but Bendis unfortunately moved over to DC, and he's screwing up Superman now. Slott, I think the only, like, noteworthy thing he did recently that was good was he did a good Silver Surfer run. So that's something. He's writing Fantastic Four now, and I have no clue. I was going to pick up the first issue because it's been at least, 4 years now since Fantastic Four has gotten a comic. But I heard about it, and I'm like, I don't think so. So, but like I said, these people, I mean, I veer more towards, if I'm going to be honest here, I veer more towards anti-SJW. But it's not to the point. I've seen anti-SJWs, they've gone crazy over any and every new diverse character, which I think is crazy. Like, just because, like, if the character starts spouting SJW agendas or saying about crap like white privilege or other stuff, or like saying about virtue signaling, whatever bullshit, just, you need to write, when a person writes a character, they need to be a relatable, likable character. Just don't, most people, they don't care about politics. They don't want to hear about, though, like, just SJW whatever. They just want a character that they can relate to, that they can read, who is just this more of a normal acting person. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's just my 2 cents on it. I just find this, it's just like, this crap is just getting worse and worse. That's why I have reminded myself now not to put any faith in Dan Didio, because of that idiot, now some of the SJW writers, they're moving over to DC. So Superman's been ruined. Batman, I've been hearing people that I don't really, I haven't really interested in getting Batman again either way, whether it's good or not, but I've heard people say that they've been cucking out Batman, or that Tom King has been doing that, and I don't know. And then I think G. Willow Wilson is going to be on Wonder Woman, and that might be good. I don't know. Maybe. I thought it was freaking stupid that they were taking Dan Abnett off of Aquaman. Aquaman has had that's what's really sad. Aquaman has had a consistently good 7-year run between New 52 and now Rebirth. Because he had a great run with Jeff Johns in New 52, and that was considered one of the better New 52 comics. And then Dan Abnett, he continued that, and he, did good stuff there with Rebirth. So I don't know why the hell they're getting Kelly out of everybody. They're getting freaking Kelly Sue DeConnick of all people on Aquaman. I think that's supposed to be in January. That's unfortunate. That's really sad. If I'm gonna be honest, that's really sad. I mean, it's not because she's a woman writing a male character. I haven't heard good things. I mean, from what I heard, she can write the occasional good story, but I haven't heard much about that. I also heard claims that she was the one who turned Carol Danvers into a feminazi, so that doesn't sound good. How long is this video? 16 minutes. But anyways, I just hope for the best, because it just seems another thing that makes me sad is because of this bullshit with these people pushing a agenda in the comics, whether it's Marvel or whatever the hell is going on with DC. It doesn't sell anything. And I have heard so many reports and so many things. There have been comic book shops going out of business because of this. And one thing I hate so much, I'm trying not to get upset about this. One thing I hate so much is the SJWs working at Marvel or wherever, or IDW or wherever else. They don't care. They don't care if the comic book shops go out of business. It's just, and there are people losing their jobs because of this bullshit. I mean, this is just, it's ridiculous. It's just really crazy. I never would have expected this, but regarding Robbi Rodriguez. But I guess I'll download this picture. I'll download this picture here if I can. So I can use that'll be my thumbnail. That'll be my thumbnail for the video. Anyway, so that's about it. This is Fierce Crimson Speedster. I guess I'll be doing some other videos here. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video about the DC Universe streaming service. I don't know. So that's about it. This is Fierce Crimson Speedster signing out. Signing out. Bye.